All right, so Juju and K Salt was at the media day. I haven't heard any of the interviews or any of their media takes. I just heard that both of them was there, right? And granted, Juju is the guy, right? Like he's the guy of the future, right? But I'm telling y'all, and this is what I want y'all to understand. Coach Prime, he said Jordan Seaton called him the other day because he was coming to Dallas for something, and Jordan Seaton called him, and he wanted to know where was a good place he could go get his hair braided, right? And Coach Prime said something that I love. He was just like, ain't that just cool where a player can call their head coach asking about where they can go get their hair braided? And but see, Jordan Seaton called him because Shador and Shiloh used to get their hair braided in the same city. So, okay, you might not know. Shador might be at practice or something. Maybe he couldn't get in contact with them. But y'all know somebody that can get a hair braid because you had two sons that were getting your hair braided, right? But this is the a main thing that why I love to see these African American coaches coach some of these African American kids because sometimes we have issues that other folks are not aware of. They don't even understand how to deal with them because they never had to deal with it, right? Never had to deal with it. With Coach Prime, he was talking about this whole situation. He was like, "That's pretty cool," and that is cool. That's even cool for you can even to be able to call your head coach. I mean, granted, this dude is a five star. I think he was 5 star coming out. I know he was the best offensive lineman coming out. And they said he might be a first rounder. He's working his butt off. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Sometimes when you're that guy, you get different privileges that some other people don't get, right? You get stuff that's this is what I want Coach Prime to be like for these kids. Because a lot of these kids, they don't really have direction like that, man. That's why you see a lot of these NFL guys and NBA guys going broke because they don't have anybody to guide them. They don't have nobody to guide them. And a lot of times when you're this caliber of a player, you need the cream of the crop. Somebody that you knew did stuff better than you to tell you, hey man, don't do that, don't do this. I did it, I got burnt. So when you look at them like, dang, you one of the best to ever do it, and you saying don't do it, I'm not gonna do it. But when the regular local joker down the street tell you, hey man, don't go out there and get involved in this, man, I'm telling you, you're like, dude, you don't know what you talking about, man. You ain't never been out the city, dog. You don't know. You don't know how this go. So, and that's what I want Coach Prime to do. That's why I hope he get a lot of the top athletes. So a lot of these top athletes can go to Colorado. They can get exposure. They can get taught by a lot of these ex players that's coaches now on the staff and teach them what way to go, what way not to go, how not to lose a lot of money. Now, one thing that I do see with the Colorado culture is this right here. And some Georgia Bulldog fans sent this to me the other day, talking trash. Now look what y'all doing to the quarterbacks. Y'all just turn them into whatever. Blah 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 blah. Y'all got a hood organization instead of building champions and all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm just like, look, I get it. I understand what y'all are trying to say about the jury and all this kind of stuff. That could be a waste of money, but that's the flash. You got to give these kids something they can do. You got to give them something. And I think some of these kids getting some kind of deals. I don't think they spending all this money on this stuff. I think they got some kind of deal going on, so they're getting it at a better price, right? But even when I was young, I had a gold grill. I had a big chain with a. I ain't had nowhere near the money they had. So you go through that stage when you had that stuff, and then one day it just sit in the box, just sit in the box. But I don't want them to be spending hundreds of thousands like I should do. Got that big chain, hundreds of thousands, and I don't know. I don't know about that. So I understand why Georgia Bulldog fans were calling me and talking trash, but you got to let them have something. And these fast cars, I'm saying, take away these fast cars. I understand why they want them, but a fast car can get you in trouble. And if you notice out there with Coach Prime and like Shadoo and all them, they didn't really have the fast cars. I mean, Shiloh had a Mercedes. Mercedes are pretty fast, but they didn't have the typical Chargers and stuff like that. The cars that you want to drive fast, right? they had luxury kind of cars. So I mean, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but I feel like they're going in the right direction, and I feel like this is the culture for a lot of young men that look like me. Even some Caucasian brothers are starting to get involved in this, and the Hispanic brothers or whatever. So this is like the culture right now. So it's when you start trying to tell kids they can't be like the culture, they start feeling like, man, you doing me wrong, blah blah blah. This is what everybody doing. I don't want to be here because I can't be myself. Even though this might not be who they are, they just have seen it so much, it becomes part of you, right? Now, one thing I seen that was funny. I want y'all to look at my man face, y'all. Look at his face when Coach Prime. I guess this was at the media day when Coach Prime when Coach Prime was hugging Juju's auntie. Look how he looking. Look at his face. Look at that Coach Prime. Like, man, here he go. He coming in for the kill. And look at the auntie. She just loved it. She smelling that cologne. She loving every bit of it. And Juju looking like, man, here we go with this BS. Oh, this was a classic right here, bro. This is kind of like that family kind of thing right here. This that family where it's like we can play around and joke like this. We family. So this was pretty cool, man. I like this. But back to the Juju and the Salters thing. I understand it, but I want y'all, and this is for the players, because I was in this situation where I was a dog, but I had a surgery, and when I got to school, I couldn't go 100% because I was still rehabbing. So the new coach that came in his mind was like, okay, this dude, he kind of hurt. We don't know if he gonna ever get back right. I'm gonna just go ahead and go with the younger guys, right? So in any kind of situation, they always try to put the younger guys in front of me, which I understand because I had just had my surgery. I only had 2 years left, right? But I noticed some dudes don't get to shine. See, Juju's getting to shine. Juju's getting all these moments to learn and to grow because they're trying to bring him up in the system to where once it's his time, he's gonna be ready. He's gonna be able to take the program to another level, right? So the kids that go there, and I try to tell a lot of guys is if I don't see you on the camera, that's not good in Colorado. If I never see you in the air takes, I never see you running routes, I never see you making plays, I never see, even if you are making plays, but I never see you making plays on camera, that's not good. That's not good because they're gonna start putting together like a media plan, how they want to package this team and what they want to sell to the public and stuff like that. And Juju's a safe person. He's safe. Like even though he got the jury and all that kind of stuff, he's still marketable, right? He's still marketable. And I think what Colorado is doing is letting some of this young cats behavior be more acceptable so people can see it. And you even got like the fans wearing the gold chains and stuff now. So like the Georgia Bulldogs, they wear the gold chains. You got Miami with the turnover chain. So it's starting to become more of a thing. Like, okay, this is what we do, right? It's not just them, right? So shouts out to Colorado, man. Colorado's moving in the right direction. I talked about how they had a lot of 4 stars and stuff to sign. The Big 12 is moving in the right direction. I'm happy for all, like to see all this. And since Coach Prime has went to Colorado, I'm playing a dynasty mode right now in the new college football game. I'm trying to play with all the black coaches. Man, there's a bunch of black coaches, man. So it used to was only like 3 or 4. Dog, now it's like, I'm telling you, it's like 10 now. It's like 10. So and some of these guys Coach Prime played against at the HBCU level. So it's cool, man, to see this turnaround like this. And I mean, it's just cool. I love it because a lot of black dudes love sports. They love putting their heart and their mind into this. And you want to have the same opportunities. You want to be able to coach. And for the kids, a lot of kids want to be able to talk to somebody that understand what they've been through, where they came from. So, you know, you just feel like you can trust the coaching staff when they've been through some of the stuff, or they had family members that been through some of the stuff you've been through. But that's just part of it, man.